Some people wear a lot of hats. I wear a lot of crowns. Crowns, tiaras, turbans, wigs, feathers, more feathers, Frida Kahlos and flowered halos and Alice in Wonderland bows. Queen of Hearts, crowns, and gold for a bit of bold, really anything on my head just to wrap around. Just wrap it on around my head. You can do turbans, more turbans, more turbans, hats on top of crowns on top of hats, and everything but the kitschy mink, everything including the kitschy mink. And, you know, the crown around my head, it really makes me feel safe and powerful and important. Something about the gentle hug of something around my head, around this radiant source of all my thoughts and cognitions and dreams and ambitions and ideas and imagination. The source of 5 senses and an entirely mysterious subconscious. It's all so absurdly wonderful. No wonder the hair started growing out of my head in electric banana yellow. And, you know, scientists have actually shown that my crown wearing isn't just me living in a 4-year-old fantasy world, although I kind of do. See, scientists have studied that my crown wearing actually affects my brain chemistry. They didn't study my brain, good luck to whoever goes there, but it's called enclothed cognition. Now, they studied people and they took 2 groups. One group they told to wear their regular clothes, and the other group they gave doctors' lab coats. Now, they tested both groups the same way for focus and mental agility, and it turns out that the group that was wearing the doctor's coats performed twice as high. Now, the next experiment they did, they gave everybody lab coats. This time they split them up and they told half of them they were lab coats. They told the other half that they were painter's smocks. Now, what do you think happened? The people in the lab coats who thought they were wearing the lab coats performed much higher again. So what does this mean? What are we getting to? You know, our thoughts, what we wear, doesn't just change how people think of us, and it doesn't just change how we think of ourselves, it actually changes how we think, and it gives us powers to use in the real world. So, if a lab coat can make you all smart, what can a crown do? Well, let's find out. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. And in front of you, I want you to reach your hands out in front and grab the crown. Yes, it's shiny, it's shimmering, and it's yours. Grab it, put your hands on it, feel it. What color is it? What shape is it? And now put it on your head. Yes. Ah, yes. And what does it feel like on your head? What kind of superpowers does it give you? And think to yourself, I am important and powerful. I am loved. And think to yourself, I am absolutely gorgeous. Say it. I'm absolutely gorgeous. Well, now you can open your eyes, and you better believe it, because what you believe to be true about yourself directly shapes the course of your reality. So there was one particular crown that was of a high significance for me, and that is a crown from Sadie. Sadie is the 4-year-old girl who I babysit for. She's also my teddy bear's BFF. But she's so much more than that. Sadie is magical. Sadie knows things that people don't know. I mean, all kids know things that adults don't know, but Sadie, in my world imagined, knows the secrets. She gives me gifts exactly when I need them. And this little muse always has clues, and so I'm listening very carefully. Sadie, if she started a religion, I'd probably follow it. Sadie is my spirit animal. Well, that and kitties, but I'll save that for the next TED Talk. So It was Fairy Friday, and I'm heading over to Sadie's house. And as I walk in the door, she hands me a gold crown. It was shimmering in the living room light, gold stars stitched on. She told me to put it on my head. And as I did, I unvelcroed the little thing and I wrapped it around with the scarf. And she looked me sharp in the eye and she said, "It's yours, forever." Whoa. 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 Sadie just made me queen. And off to the zoo we went. So this coronation was a very important turning point in my life. See, Sadie made me believe that I was actually doing my life's work. Sadie made me think like a magical 4-year-old. This crown tapped me in. 4-year-old who just wants to play. And now you might be wondering, what do you need a 30-year-old running around with a crown on who thinks she's a magical 4-year-old who just wants to play? And well, I have a very good reason for that, and that is because I have a skipping club. Skipping club is my world imagined, where adults skip whatever they have to do on Thursdays at 2, and they skip. And they play games, and we go play in the playground, and we go on frolics in the fields, and we go on adventures, and we play, and we let loose in our bodies. We have special guests, and we get free, and we follow a magical Candyland board to get there. We paint the streets with joy and love and positivity. We tap into that joy center in our bodies, this joy center that so often as we grow up, we forget that used to lead directly to skipping when we were magical 4-year-olds, because magical 4-year-olds aren't afraid to be judged. So adults, big kids, grown-ups, ask yourselves, why did you stop skipping? No, really, world. What happened to skipping? So is my goal and my mission to help adults tap into that play center. This crown was so fundamental. It helped me go through and channel this magical 4-year-old vision of play and imagination, the unfettered joy in a 4-year-old. And it was going to help save all of humanity. But then something terrible happened. I lost the crown. Well, technically, it was Fufu, and she was wearing it, and I guess there's a lot of confusion when you lend your clothes to your stuffed animal. But seriously, we skipped. We were skipping to skipping club, and we were on our way to the Transcendental Meditation Center, and we got there, and it was gone, and we went skipping back through the financial district, and we asked everybody, finance people in suits, have you seen the gold crown? And they didn't, and Fufu made a sign, and we posted the sign on Instagram. She posted on her Instagram. Everybody in Skipping Club is posting on Instagram. Nothing. I was devastated. If I lost the crown, I lost the power. Now, as I got back to the Transcendental Meditation Center, I'm packing up my stuff to go to this dance party that I host called the Get Down. And on the table, there was a pineapple. And the guy in the Transcendental Meditation Center said, take the pineapple. And my first thought was, no, it's too much to carry. Like, I can't do it. It's too annoying. And then something clicked. It was the voice of my imagination, and it said, you better take the pineapple. And I am so glad I did. If you thought crowns were magical, pineapples are magical. Oh my gosh, they are completely, do you know they symbolize being welcome home and a symbol of luxury since the beginning of time? And something crazy happened. People started putting the pineapple on their head. The pineapple became a crown. The pineapple became a thing. Everybody's dancing with the pineapple, and the reason it became a thing was because it was shared. John and Yoko have a quote. A dream you dream alone is just a dream. A dream you dream together is a reality. And I realized it wasn't about the crown and it wasn't about the pineapple. It was about tapping into this imagination and wearing it on the outside. Clothes are an instant communication of who we are on the inside. And so when we can share that on the outside with other people, our imagination manifests in the real world, in our real lives, creating a fantasy. And with that fantasy comes all the people who are drawn to you, who magnetize to your inner world to play with you, to skip with you, who love you. I mean, even Fufu's falling in love. And so, people literally smile at me when I walk down the street. And that in itself, it's because I'm smiling with what I'm wearing, and that in itself is seriously a fantasy. People talk about wearing your heart on your sleeve. Why not wear your imagination on your head? And so I actually realized also that I didn't actually lose the power of the gold crown when I lost the crown. See, a few weeks later, or right before the crown was gone, my sister and I were invited to Governor's Ball to be magical pixies in a video that they were filming, talk about manifesting your dreams. And I was sitting alone in a field, as fairies tend to do, and as people just walk over, as people tend to do when you see a fairy sitting alone in a field. And I started painting people's face with glitter and metallics. And, she got some glitter here. I was putting all this tribal markings over her. And then this girl sat down, and I did something very, very simple, which I usually don't do simple things. And I put a gold star on her cheek. It was the only gold star that I gave out the entire weekend. And then 3 months later, she calls me to do a TED Talk. And so here I am, real world. Yay! So, Fufu, can you bring Paloma on up? You can change your outfit, and you can change the world. It is time to use your magic. Yay! Yay! Oh wait, I have something for you. Thank you. So we should probably get everyone skipping, right? People look like they need to move. Who needs to move in here? Yeah. Okay, so who wants to come skip a little bit?
Stand up.
Stand up. Yeah, well, let's start just skipping around. You're gonna have a movement break?
Okay.
Yes.